guys, it's Becca with the HOTH SEO. Today we're going to be talking about local SEO. It's changed a lot in the past couple of years, and I found that my clients have a lot of misconceptions about the best way to rank, specifically getting into the map pack, snack pack, 3-pack, whatever you want to call it, at the top of the screen. So today we're going to address that and get a little bit loco with local. In 2015, Google changed their rankings in the map pack from 7 to 3. A lot of people say, hey, now it's more competitive to get into the map pack. Yes, that's true, but it also means we have to put a little bit more weight when it comes to just generalized SEO. That being said, we have to focus more on links and organic SEO to be found in that map pack. In 2016, there was the Possum update. This made it a lot more important for users to be close to their locations. Basically, your customized results are going to be based off of your proximity, not just how well you're doing in SEO. We still have ways around that though. We can still get you found local in 2018 because now SEO is so much more important based off of links and content. So don't fret if your user is still trying to find you but isn't actually nearby. So now let's look at what local looks like in 2018. So in Google, when you're doing a localized search, it's going to be map pack rankings, directories here, and then your organic search results. In 2018, we still have our local map pack, that snack pack. So that's going to show proximity to the user, but it's not just based off of the closest results. There's some other things that are now influencing the map pack as well. One of the main things is having good generalized SEO. This could be a lot of different links, having blog content, but more importantly, having reviews. After the map pack, we'll actually move into directory listings. So directories are websites that are similar to your Google rankings, but are going to be giving their own sort of rankings. So Yelp, Angie's List, TripAdvisors, a lot of those things that show up at the top of the page, your users will tend to look at these, but they're not going to hold as much weight as the map packs, or I don't think they're going to hold as much weight as what's beneath. So underneath the directory listings is when SEO really comes into play with your organic search results. This is the old school, tried and true link building, blog content now that we're in 2018, what you really want to be ranking for, hitting up your website all the time, run of the mill but better SEO. Woo! Just kidding though. SEO of course is not run of the mill, but there are some things that help your rankings in general, whether you're going local or not. So that's going to be link building and content. Content, of course, blogging. Having Google see that you're updating your website with relevant information on a weekly basis is the best way to rank. Past blogging and past content, your tried and true links are really going to be important here as well. So having other websites link back to your site as an authority or a resource page. The more times you have an authoritative reference going to your site, the more trust Google is going to give your website. This, of course, increases your domain authority and helps you be found for your particular key terms that you're trying to rank for. Of course, though, this also helps you be found in the Snap Pack, 3-pack, local pack, organic search results, directory listings. It goes up and down the whole scale. You need them. A whopping 46% of all searches in Google are for localized locations. We're talking benign terms, we're talking Geo Modifiers, we're talking the near me searches. From there, 72% of those people who did that localized search visited a store or a location within 5 miles. That's crazy good SEO. How sweet would it be if it was your store showing up for that person who's ready to buy and get in the door right away? Whether it's your store or your client's business, we can help you show up in local SEO results. So what Google is deploying now for local SEO results is a blended algorithm. That means it combines your web results, which is content and link building, with your reviews, with the proximity to the location. You need all of these things deployed at the same time to be found in the map packs and have great local SEO. Google says, and I quote, "Your position in web results is also a factor, so SEO best practices also apply to local search optimization." End quote. Thanks, Gary Elias. So, of course, local SEO also affects mobile results. A lot of people on the go are just pulling out their phones and saying, "Yo, Siri, help me find this. Yo, Siri, pizza, dermatologist." Considering that people are doing voice search too, and just typing things in, there's 3 different types of searches that people are tending to do. It's become more common that people are not putting their Geo Modifiers into their searches. Reason being, Google has gotten a lot smarter when it comes to searching. They know where you're located, so they just have to put in what they're looking for. From there, they take a look at who has the best reviews, what is the proximity to the user who's typing in this query, and of course, how great is their website content and the links? Do they have those authoritative references? So we need to make sure that you're ranking for all of those three things. Not only the geographic location, nail salon Pittsburgh, nail salon your city, nail salon your neighborhood, but also just plain nail salon. Very generic key terms too. Even though it's easier to focus on those longer tail key terms in the long run, you have to get your generic rankings up too and your organic rankings to be found in the map pack. So out of these three types of searches, when people are inputting them, we want to make sure that you're showing up for all three. So those guys become your customers and walk in your door first. So a Geo Modifier is the name of your location, whether it be a neighborhood or a city. You don't need those in your searches anymore, but you still need to be found for them when it comes to local SEO. So, one more type of search before I forget is a benign term. We talked about Google getting smarter, so that means someone can even just type in the name of the product and we want you to come up for that product. This could be something like coffee or sub sandwich, panini. They don't have to type in panini near me, they don't have to type in panini Pittsburgh. Panini stores and panini shops are gonna show up based off of Google's algorithm. So, let's talk about deploying a local SEO strategy for your website. Let's put this in action here. Number one, links. Links, links, links. Organic search results happen through links. The most important part of your organic search results is links. Don't take that without a grain of salt. Of course, there's a lot of other parts that contribute to this, but links are still going to be the most important thing when it comes to local SEO. You have to have guest posts, you have to have your Web 2.0 links, you have to have your anchor text ratios all in whack, you have to have a great link building strategy in order to really be found highly in local SEO. This means hop on the phone with your HOTH account manager, get on the phone with your HOTH campaign manager, and let's talk about link building strategies in detail when it comes to your local SEO results. We need a diversity of inbound links to your domain, and we need those inbound links to have a pretty high domain authority. That's going to be helpful too. So with link building, you need high quality links coming to your domain. They have to be a diversity of different domains coming to those links too. And the domain authority of those websites has to be pretty high, or at least relevant based off of where you guys are located now within your own domain authority scope. Of course, you can't miss your on-site SEO. You have to have at least some on-page going on. And I'm talking about topical relevance of your website. So if your website is a pizza shop, make sure you have the keyword pizza within the meta tags and the title descriptors. So that means we don't want to smash your keywords here and there and have everything be pizza related and pictures of pizza and pizza this, pizza that, and have it be really overstimulating. Because that means that Google is going to mark your website probably as a little bit unnatural, probably as a little bit spammy. We don't want to spam our keywords here. We just want to make sure that they are located in places that make sense on your website. Another important factor of local SEO when it comes to OnPage is click-through rate. How many people are going to your website and clicking on your website and then going to another page of your website? We don't want anyone's dwell time to be like 0.5 seconds. We don't want their click-back rate to spike. That means your website has to be looking good when it comes to on-page factors, as well as be like a generally nice looking website when it comes to your industry. So what Google wants to see is not authority coming from the websites that are linking to you, but authoritative content on your website too. That means blogging. Blogging and having authoritative content on your website is a problem with most local businesses. They don't have it. Why would they? It didn't make sense before, but it does now. So having traditional on-page is good, having citations is good, but it's not going to get you to where you need to be in 2018 when it comes to local SEO. You need to focus on other aspects of SEO too, blogging and content. They're always going to be the most important foundations when it comes to your SEO. So why is content so important for your website? It actually lets Google know what your website's about. If you care about your users and you're putting relevant information on your website, you're appeasing Google as a customer, and it makes their job easier to point users towards your site, your store. Because when it comes down to it, they're trying to appease their own customers too, and so they want to give people the best answers to their user query. That means they're going to point people to websites that have a lot of information on it, because within Google's metrics, that means you really care about your customer. You probably already have this, but what's really important, the cherry on top of all local SEO, is your Google My Business page. This is going to be your page on Google reaffirming that you exist. You need to have these. Put your address in there. Put your name in there, put your phone number, pictures of your website, pictures of the interior of your business. If you're a service provider, put your picture on there too. Anything that you add to your Google My Business profile is just going to make it a little bit more customizable for your users and your viewer, and it's going to show Google that you're really invested in your online presence, which to them means you care more about your user. So having a maxed out Google My Business page, or I should say pimped out Google My Business page, is really important. I'm sorry I just did this. I'm not a pimp at all. Citations are really important for local SEO. Basically, it confirms to Google where your business is located and lets them know it actually does exist. You have to do this more than just actually affirming your Google My Business page. So citations are also known as NAP or NAPs, name, address, phone number. Basically, those go on directory websites. So Angie's List, Yelp, TripAdvisor, all those sort of things. There's a common misconception that NAP citations are the most important thing you can have. They are very important, but they're not as important as the other aspects too. You need them to have successful local SEO, but they're not the end-all be-all. Keep in mind that directories are important because they rank on page 1 for your specific key terms. Your NAP citations help with prominence. The more prominence you have, the better you're going to rank in local SEO. On top of that, you'll get an additional link going to your website with that directory listing or with that citation. The more links you have of quality, the better. So get some citations in there. Don't go overboard by any means, but make sure that you have at least a couple NAP citations. We've got a great HOTH local package, a starter package, that then you can hop on a monthly package after that when it comes to this citation building. So there's a couple things to consider when doing these citations. You want to get them on industry-specific locations and industry-specific websites as far as your directories go. You also want to get them on local-specific directories and websites. And you want to build out your own social profiles. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you're putting your location and your address on those websites. Name, address, phone number, NAP. That's what consists of a citation. One last thing, you guys, reviews. You guys, reviews are so important. You're more likely to go eat sushi at a place that has 4 or 5 star reviews somewhere in the middle than you are to go to a 1.5, 2-star review sushi place. I wouldn't eat that sushi. That's why it makes more sense to get great reviews and as many reviews as possible from people on Google. Google My Business reviews are where it's going to be popping. Reviews are everywhere. Reviews are what help people rank in the map packs. You're more likely to rank in the map packs if you have a lot of reviews of high quality, pointing directly to your Google My Business page. People just like reviews too. People love to give their opinions. Nowadays, you'll find that Google's actually excluding places that have an average of 4 stars or less when it comes to their reviews. Keep in mind, it's probably a little bit messed up from some of your perspectives, but Google wants to give their users the best experience possible. So that's another one of their metrics, since they can't actually go there and try out the food or try out the nail salon themselves. Another thing Google says, we're talking about prominence, we're talking about reviews. And I quote, Google review count and score are factored into local search ranking. More reviews and positive ratings will probably improve a business's local ranking. Your position in web results is also a factor, so SEO best practices also apply to local search optimization. A lot of people are deciding where they're going without even clicking, so reviews are really, really important to drive people to your website too. Again, more website traffic, more click-through rates, higher results on your local SEO rankings. So, how do you get reviews? It's actually not as difficult as you think. Just ask your customers to do it for you. Don't incentivize them, that's kind of bad practices, but put something on your website, put something within your store. So when someone comes up to you and says they had a great experience, or they're sending you an email with really, really positive ratings, or just going on and on about how great you guys are, ask them to post it on Google reviews for you. That's gonna benefit you way more in the local map pack rankings, as well as directories, as well as organic search results. Reviews, the more you can get, the better. Just ask for them. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask and ye shall receive. All right, guys, so we're working with a blended algorithm here. We have a couple different things that we definitely have to hit when working with a local SEO strategy now. Step 1, building a strong organic foundation. That's link building and content. Step 2, building prominence. NAP directory citations. Step 3, optimizing your Google My Business page with your company's information and pictures. With all of those combined, we've got a perfect blended algorithm for success in local SEO. Biggest important factor, don't be afraid when it comes to local SEO. Google is just getting smarter. We're not trying to trick them. We're trying to work with them in the best ways possible. That means making sure that you're showing your customers love in all different ways, whether it's online or in person, is really what's going to benefit your local SEO rankings. So there we have it, scratching the surface when it comes to local SEO and the blended algorithm of 2018. So when it comes down to it, Google's just trying to give their users the best possible experience. And since they're not able to go and search these things out in person, they have to use online metrics to do so. If you have any other questions about these metrics or found one or two particularly confusing, or you'd like us to dive further into them, leave a comment below and we'd be happy to address it.